Israel's intelligence agency, Mossad, planted explosives inside pagers intended for Hezbollah fighters, which were triggered remotely across Lebanon with assistance from the Taiwan-based pager company Gold Apollo, which, by the way, they better be on high alert for terrorists coming after there. I'm just throwing that out there. Gold Apollo. Mossad placed 2 ounces of explosive material next to each pager's battery. The pagers were then imported into Lebanon and later handled by a Hungarian firm called BAC Consulting. Once the pagers reached Hezbollah, they were distributed amongst its members. Can you imagine that moment? They're like, everybody, look, I got brand new. It's brand new. Yeah, the other one had sand in it. Yeah, hey, look. And then I love that you went to an Indian accent. I have a beeper. Hey, I have a beeper.
There's terrorists from all places.
There's terrorists everywhere. But
inclusive, very inclusive.
Like the Indian accent with the regular, what is Indian? And then what are you doing? Everybody wants, okay. Very close, but not there. So then, Hezbollah got all the pagers. And then at 3 p.m., an incoming message appearing to originate from the senior Hezbollah leadership was sent to the devices. So, everybody was like, hey, look, boss man, paging me. And then they blew up the message. The message activated the explosives, causing the pagers to detonate in Hezbollah strongholds in southern Lebanon, southern suburbs of Beirut, which is Dahiyeh, and the East Bekaa Valley. Kelly has a video. Guys, this is just apparently one of the Hezbollah terrorists or fighters, whatever the hell you want to call him. He's in a shop. I think he's looking at little baby limes, and this is where the pager happens. So, guys, if you're kind of squirmish about explosions and stuff, don't look. Hide your eyes, hide your ears. But, Kelly, can you please roll and show them what happened? So just chilling. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Wow. And that's it. You see the little kids and stuff in the back walking away?
That packs a punch.
Oh. Yeah, he's like, can you imagine? In your head, you're like, what the hell is going on? What blew up?
Yeah.
What is happening?
It's surprising that more people around them aren't getting injured from
Right.
shrapnel and stuff from
Rob,
those pagers.
great question. Great question. I mean, the way that they set these up, some of this was more confined. I mean, but mind you, look, this isn't a public area. If that little kid, that little girl was right up on his, like if he was his daughter and shopping in front of him, that kid's going to get affected. And I understand people are going to be like, this is war. There's going to be casualties, and I get it. I mean, we're going to get into the tactics of this later, but the Lebanese health ministry reported that the explosions killed 20 people, injured 450, while the death toll rose from Tuesday's explosion rose to 12, including 2 children with 3,000 injured. I think one of them also went off at a funeral, which was loud. As like some of them might have had more in them.
Well, they rigged walkie-talkies that were set to go off at the funerals of all the people killed by the pagers.
Wow.
The next day. So this was a high-level, sophisticated op that really took a lot to pull off. Right now, we're still trying to get confirmation on whether any civilians were injured or not. It's a little unclear as to whether that happened. And my take on it was pulling this off in a sophisticated way is exactly the kind of thing the IDF and the Mossad could do. Accidentally killing a bunch of civilians and then lying about it is also the exact kind of thing the IDF and Mossad would do. So it's hard to verify some of these facts, but this took incredible planning.
Oh my God! And just the thought of it.
Yeah, it's actually very funny. My mom, who watches the show, texted me the other day as soon as she heard about the pager story, and she's like, they could set this whole thing up with shell companies and rigged explosives and hijack the Hamas distribution network, but they couldn't see October 7th coming. What's up with that?
That's a very, very good point.
Good question.
Yeah, very good question. So among the high-profile casualties in the recent Hezbollah pager explosion was Iran's ambassador to Lebanon, Mujtaba Amani, who was wounded. Key Hezbollah members and their family members were also targeted, including a 10-year-old daughter of a Hezbollah fighter who died in the Bekaa Valley. They crippled their operations. And, bro, the reason that they're using flip phones and pagers and stuff is because, the modern surveillance methods, apparently, Hezbollah leadership and everybody were like, hey, don't have iPhone. If you have that, they're watching you. Mossad's watching you. I mean, because obviously the technology is there to track and see where everybody's going. But now, listen, I like the tactic. Like you said, Connor, dude, great idea. I think it was a female who actually came up with the.
Really?
Yeah, it was a female. Yeah, really. But I mean,
the
dude,
girl's blowing up your phone.
Listen, and I'm all for. Listen, bringing terror to terrorists, I absolutely love, because now, dude, their mental, bro. They're not gonna be checking pagers. They're not. How are you gonna try to contact them? They're not gonna go back to iPhones because then you're tracked for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
It's
So-
having like a Mossad agent in your pocket.
Yeah, but there's the only
That's
two
what they
things.
said.
Yeah, retaliation and escalation. Because, bro, if you guys think terrorists, Rob, because I want to come to you after this, Rob, aren't going to get pissed off now and the response is coming, you're lying to yourself. And my thing is, like, who's to say this can't happen in the United States of America? Our border, let me explain something to you. The 20 million people that are in here and they're still, when's the last time people even talked? All they are is talking points right now. That shit is still wide open. People are still pouring in, bro. It's a wound that just keeps coming in. Who's to say? Because, by the way, our supply chain, our transportation is Pete Buttigieg. Okay, he's having babies with his husband, and he's taking all the problems that we've happened. Who's to say that can't happen here? Why can't they? Like, who's to say they can't hijack an iPhone or anything digital, anything with communications or whatever, and do in the United States, bro? That's something scary that I think people aren't really thinking about. What do you think, Rob?
You brought up a great point about the border. I'm trying to send Kelly this clip, but this came out yesterday. This is ex-Border Patrol chief. His name is Aaron Hetke.
Yeah.
He appeared in front of Congress yesterday during a House hearing where he claimed that there was significant moves by the Biden and Harris administration to have him cover up the amount of terrorists that were sneaking across the border into the United States. So this is a guy that worked for the Border Patrol. He was a Border Patrol chief, and he is coming out and saying that this administration allowed uncountless amounts of terrorists to come through the southern border, and then they covered it up. What government would do that in its right mind on the behalf of the people and the safety of its citizens?
I'll tell you exactly which government. A government that is, Rob, is just dying to get these votes and dying to ruin the fabric of the country so everybody relies on the government. They don't give a damn about. That's why I keep trying, and I'm going to come to you, Umberto. I'm trying to tell you guys at home, they don't give a damn. I'm using way less words than I want to because we're still in the 8 minutes and I can't cuss. They don't care. Okay, and I'm sorry, it is a side thing. The left doesn't care if you live or you die. Your daughter gets raped and murdered. They don't care because they want to control. They want to have that power. Kamala doesn't give two craps about any of you. And this guy, what's his name, Mr. Hetke? He's about to tell you guys exactly what the hell he was told. And I mean, shame on him for taking this freaking long to come forward. The moment they gave you these orders, you got to come forward and say something. Kelly, can you play this?
Well, this is the 11-hour footage.
So I could just tell you the three big takeaways from his testimony yesterday: that data was hidden on terror encounters at the borders, that the administration had paid $150,000 in flights to fly illegals to Texas, and that there were zero resources to track the fentanyl that was coming across the border. So if Kamala Harris, again, we go back to whether or not she was a border czar or not, clearly the border has been an issue. Right? Now we're actually having people that are government whistleblowers that are coming out and saying, I worked on the border, and this is a massive cover-up that the American people are not aware of.
Can I yes
get
and?
In there.
Can I get in here?
Yeah.
Yes and.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you're clear, 202 Democrats voted for illegal immigrants to be able to vote. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
They voted.
Yeah, they want them to vote.
They
That's
want
a
them to vote.
Because you know why, Umberto? Because normal Americans, people that are awake and see what's happening, in their right mind, unless you're a brainwashed Bill Maher, George Clooney loser who are just like Trump's Hitler, vote. Why else? What would make a regular American? I'm trying to put myself, Brandon, out of the bubble, and I'm just a regular American Democrat, whatever. What in your right mind would make you vote for a Democrat? What policy? What are they doing for you except the identity politics? You know, the other side's racist. Donald Trump is racist. Donald Trump is Hitler. What? Explain to me.
No, the fact of the matter is, it's super concerning that just like the vast majority of people are very low IQ. I mean, I really underestimate how bad this is, but I still talk to people this day. There's a war going on. There's immigration crime going on. There's an inflation, double the price at the grocery stores, and we still see people making the case of, oh yeah, but Trump's so bad, he's Hitler. I mean, like, there's just the fact of the matter is, a good 70% of people repeat whatever they hear on TV.
Oh,
it's
Brandon,
crazy.
You're so wrong. It's
About 70%?
No. It's not a low IQ thing, Brandon. I know incredibly smart people. Like one of my family members.
What type of smart are you talking about, though?
Master's degrees.
But
on
that doesn't mean anything, though. That's just a good memory.
He still votes like an idiot.
Yeah,
you know?
but that school isn't a good measure for how smart you are, not by a long shot.
No, he's been super successful. He's a millionaire.
Yeah, but the system's set up in a way that it doesn't reward the people who are actually the smartest. It rewards the most compliant people.
Yeah, and mind you, Rob, I'm going to come to you. Guys, don't get it twisted. The average American is dumb.
As
I'm
fuck.
sorry, guys. I mean, the viewers that are here, not us, obviously, not you guys, but the average person that's walking around, have you seen and talk to them? When they do men in the street, the majority of people are stupid. They asked a girl the other day on X, where's the Great Wall of China? And she was like, I don't know, Peru?
I
what?
disagree. They're just distracted.
No, but hold on.
And
Distracted,
manipulated.
but dumb as hell. And it's not. I don't think it's not a college education thing. It's information. It's getting out there. It's talking to people and just looking around, bro. When I go to the supermarket. Okay, thank God, God's favor that I'm not freaking struggling as much as I was in LA. But bro, I check out. I have 5 things, and it's $45.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, what? What the hell's happening? Everything's expensive. My gas. What were you gonna say?
No, the Putin price hikes. That's
Putin price hike. Yeah, exactly.
I was shocked though. We went to lunch at your house.
Yeah.
And you bought 4 things for 3 guys.
How much
and it
was it?
It was like $310.
I bought
Publix.
stuff at Publix. I bought steak and stuff, but still, Rob, what are you gonna say?
You talk about the American public not being dumb.
No, I said they were.
They
dumb.
are, and you think that some
No,
are.
they're not. By
dumb.
average.
Yeah, but then you look at okay, the photo came out. Remember the whole they're eating the cats or eating the dogs. That was just a week ago, right?
Yeah.
And then the defense of remember the photo of the African American gentleman or the black gentleman. I don't know what country he's from, but there was a photo of a black gentleman carrying 2 geese. And they were saying the rumors on the internet were that guy was going to go eat the ducks, that the migrants in Springfield or wherever it was in Ohio, Dayton, I believe, are eating the ducks. Then they came out with the most bizarre explanation for why the guy was carrying the ducks, and the American public believed it. He was cleaning up roadkill.
Well,
when have you seen people just going around cleaning up roadkill? Unless it's hillbillies that are going to eat the roadkill, because there are hillbillies that will do that with deer. They'll do that with different types of things that they kill.
RFK will take a bear
By the
off
way-
the side of the road.
Yeah.
By the way, those geese are federally protected animals, so I think that's another reason we have to be considering why they're trying to cover it up so badly, because that's a federal crime.
Also, you ever interacted with a goose? Like anybody who can just walk in and
Violent.
pick up a goose?
Yeah.
Like those
Savage.
dangerous people.
Yeah.
Has
That's
anybody ever
terrifying.
seen somebody in all of your years
No.
of driving, everybody in this room, have you ever seen somebody just removing dead
No.
animals from the
They,
roadway?
they sweep them up with a truck.
yeah,
It's
the one time
disgusting.
So the one time that the entire American public is focused on one guy carrying dead carcasses of animals, they come out with the most ridiculous, asinine explanation ever. And guess what? Everybody's like, oh, okay.
Okay,
Well,
and mind
move
you,
right on.
And by the way, Trump didn't come up with that out of thin air. Okay, the people on the ground, and what was it in the Springfield, Ohio? They're the ones reporting it, and I love how Kamala's like, and those idiots, Dave Muir on ABC, going, well, the reports are that nobody. Yeah, you mean the mainstream media? You guys,
Well,
you suspect as lying people, because what people don't realize is we're talking about Haitians, not all. I love how everybody lumps everybody up. Haitians, that's some voodoo culture stuff, okay? Sacrificing animals and eating the animal, that's a part of the culture. Like these Venezuelan losers that come over here from the gangs, that's their culture, okay? I hate this lump up, it's because it's black people. Trump's not just going after lump sum all black people. It's like, bro, enough is enough of that BS, okay? Go to Haiti. Go to Haiti and talk to me about what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, Viva Frey called it before the debate. He said that the media was deliberately allowing the eating the dogs and cats story to get out there, waiting for Trump to mention it on stage, so then they could fact check him and then start the cover up to
fact
accuse
check,
him
though?
accuse him of saying, it's false and
Look,
you're pushing
I
unverified
I
reports.
said it last show. We were the most affected by Haitian migration. Like, my country is 18 million people, and we had 200,000 on 18 million people. It looks like a lot more than a 300 million country.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I've seen it with my own eyes how they cook pets. Like, I'm not gonna lie here. And it's not all Haitians. There's some wonderful Haitians.
Of course. And
And-
even if they're good people and they eat cats and stuff, oh well. It's not like I'm condemning you.
Yeah,
but to act like it doesn't happen, you're full of crap.
On the ducks and geese point, you can go to a restaurant and pay a lot of money to eat duck and goose because those are
They're wonderful.
They're delicacies. But the point is, there's a difference between going to a restaurant and ordering the duck and going into a public park and chopping the head off a duck next to the playground.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't
And-
do that here.
Yeah, it's a very different cultural thing of
What-
having wildlife that just hangs out in your neighborhood that you're not using as a source of food is a very first world thing. It's a privilege of living in a place that's not constantly
Here's
starving.
Here's the
So
government
better
recipe,
than Haiti.
though. Since the end of World War II, the government recipe has been just to create chaos so they could make the government bigger and say that they're going to save it. But we haven't had a real threat outside the U.S. government since 1946.
Dude, that's why when you swear into the military, they say you're sworn an oath to protect this country from enemies, foreign and domestic. And I said it before, bro. The foreign, I'm not even worried about them. It's the domestic.
Yes.
The people that are in charge is who you have to worry about.